Hi, I'm Mark Eastham, Secretary of the Diocese. Today I'll be providing a simple overview of some of the rules of order for diocesan convention. Convention rules are designed to encourage an orderly, fair, and efficient process. Understanding the rules is essential to participating in discussion or debate on resolutions, amendments, and budget. So let's start with the proposed resolution. The chair of the Resolutions Committee presents a resolution. We'll use this locomotive to represent the resolution. Once it's been presented, the floor is open for discussion and the locomotive begins moving down the track. Delegates may take turns speaking in favor of or opposed to a resolution and are limited to 2 minutes each for comments. If a delegate proposes an amendment to the resolution and the convention votes to consider the amendment, all debate on the original resolution stops. Now, the only thing open to debate is the amendment itself. You can think of an amendment as a boxcar that could be hitched to the locomotive. Delegates can take turns speaking to the amendment and may vote to approve or reject the amendment. If approved, the amendment boxcar is hitched to the resolution and we can continue down the track, returning to the debate on the now amended resolution. But there's another scenario that can happen. During the debate on the amendment, a delegate may also move to amend the amendment. Think of an amendment to the amendment as boxes that could be loaded into the boxcar. If the convention agrees to consider the amendment to the amendment, you can guess what happens. All debate on the original amendment stops. The only thing up for discussion is the content of the amendment to the amendment. If an amendment to the amendment is approved, the shipping box goes on to the boxcar. Then discussion continues on the first amendment. If the amendment is approved, the boxcar is hitched to the locomotive and we move down the track until the amended resolution is voted up or down by the delegates. And if that isn't enough, a couple of other things can happen. A delegate can call the question. This is a proposal to stop debate on the current item and vote immediately. If they agree to call the question, then a vote on the current item is taken without further conversation. Remember, a delegate can call the question on a resolution, an amendment, or even an amendment to the amendment. Now that you understand the process, let's talk about how you would employ those rules in the world of a virtual meeting. At an in-person convention, those wishing to speak to a proposed resolution or amendment can line up at a microphone. At this online convention, we will use the chat function on your Zoom to get in line to speak. Here's an example. A resolution is introduced and you wish to speak to it. You type into the chat only the words speak, speak for, or speak against. This will hold your place in line and Bishop Goff will call on you. You may also type withdraw if you feel your point has been addressed by a previous speaker. Please do not type your comments into the chat. When Bishop Goff calls on you, you will receive a pop-up window inviting you to unmute. Click on it and you may begin speaking. If you wish to call the question, please do not type call the question. Instead, type speak for or speak against. And once called upon, you can say you wish to call the question. If you want to raise a point of order, you must send a direct message to Parliamentarian J.P. Causey via the chat function. Once it's time to vote, a Zoom poll will pop up on your screen and you simply click on your response. Bishop Goff will then read the results. An exception to voting via Zoom polls is elections, for which you need to access email to receive your ballot. Your ballot will only go to the email address you used to register for convention. That covers the main Zoom functions. If you encounter technical difficulty with any functions during the convention, please call our tech support line. We hope this brief overview has been helpful and allows you to participate fully in the work we are called upon to do at Diocesan Convention.